Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your Spirit Guided Energy Focus reading. I will include love as romantic love as one of the energies in this reading. I don't normally do that, but last week I did not get your love readings out. I was busy getting some required, state-required real estate classes finished up so that I could have my license renewed. So, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my friends born under the sign of Cancer. Show us clearly what are the energies that they'll be navigating as we walk through the coming months, as the coming weeks, as it relates to health and wellness, career and money, as it relates to family and friend relationships and co-workers, and as it relates to romantic love. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. And as always, we thank you for tarot as a tool. Show us clearly what will Cancer be looking at as we walk through the coming weeks. Okay, guys. In the area of health and wellness, we have destiny. In the area of money and career, we have solar plexus chakra. In the area of family, friends, and co-workers, we have wisdom. And in the area of romantic love, we have mental conflict. Okay, guys. So before we go on for the clarifiers, we're going to get an overall theme to the message. And I want to remind y'all that we are in Mercury retrograde right now, which means that some things may be revisiting us. Some things that possibly we thought that we had finished with, we had released, we were done with, they may be resurfacing for us to take another look for whatever reason. That could be in communication. That could be in the way we communicate with ourselves about situations. It could be about anything. Mercury is like the daddy of communication. So it could be even how we communicate with ourselves or how we interpret our own feelings. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Cancer. Show us clearly what is the overall theme for this reading today. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Oh, protecting treasures. I love that. This person, right, is like she is on the treasure chest and the umbrella is over her. And then there's this little thing of like exposed treasure right here, right? So if everybody's being protective. She's being protective. She's being protected by the umbrella. The treasure's being protected by her. This part's exposed, but there's still protection there too. So we're going to look at the reading and see exactly what it says. The number is 39. 3 plus 9 is 12. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. So I feel like the 3 for me is like you, your spirit guides, and your creator. Like the Trinity. You are the Trinity, right? You are the collaborator, the collaborators that walk forward in your life. So it says you are always protected and divinely directed. So although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you're able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You're not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. I love that. Embrace your courage. Okay, so we're going to get some clarifiers for these energies. So in the area of, in the area of health and wellness, we have destiny. In the area of career and money, we have solar plexus chakra. In the area of family, friends, and coworkers, we have wisdom. And in the area of romantic love, we have mental conflict. So let's move forward here. And it's all about knowing that we're protected, right? Knowing that we have a team with us as we move forward. Whenever we keep those channels open between us and Spirit. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for giving us these energies that we can look at as we move through these next few weeks. Show us clearly, why are we looking at destiny as it relates to health and wellness? What is it about the solar plexus that has anything to do with business and money? Show us, why are we seeing wisdom in family, friend, and coworker relationships? And why are we looking at mental conflict in romantic love? Again, we thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, guys, clarifying destiny in health and wellness. We have the Page of Cups. I love this. Clarifying solar plexus chakra in business and money. We have Five of Wands. Okay. Clarifying wisdom in family, coworker, and friend relationships, we have Two of Cups. And clarifying our romantic relationship of mental conflict, we have Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's get into this with health and wellness. Now remember, health and wellness is mind, body, and spirit, right? So she says, I am all of these people, right? I am all of these people. So she understands the different aspects of herself. And she understands that this, whenever she's connected with her solar plexus and her sacral chakra, when she's connected with Spirit speaking to her in those areas, especially in the solar plexus area, she is able to reconcile all of these parts of her into one person, right? So what happens is she's able to walk into a new life as a more compassionate person, understanding that she's not the only one that has so many different aspects of herself. Everybody that we look at has different aspects of themselves. And whenever I say that, we all have internal fears that we don't share with the outside world. That might be this one right here, kind of peeking out from the outside. We all have judgments sometimes that we don't release from other people, or that we think we want to call back because we don't necessarily want to judge other people. But there's this judgmental part of us. There's this excited part of us. There's this adventure part of us. We all have all of these different aspects within ourselves, and which one is showing is determined by who they're showing it to, right? Because I know you can relate to this. You can let your hair down and just be whoever it is you want to be with your very best friend, but you cannot do that at the tea party for the new couple in town or whatever. There's different. We all have different faces, right? But whenever we are very connected with Spirit, we can center ourselves and accept every part of us and be who we came here to be, right? And we can move forward in a way of compassion and love. Whenever we spend our time focusing on not only our negative attributes, but other people's too, right? There's no grace for anybody to move in a harmonious way. But when we can find the grace, when we can find the understanding that everybody is on a journey and everybody's going to get there, we have peace in our cup, right? And so we show ourselves in a whole different way. Because we have peace in our cup, because we have harmony at the core of who we are, right? Then those things, those illnesses that are caused by stress can no longer touch us, because we release that stress. We accept it. We accept that that's part of who we are, and we release it. And whenever, and we don't allow the thoughts of how am I going to fix it? How am I going to fix it? How am I going to change? Or do I need to change? Or how can I change them? And all those things that we worry about in our mind they're no longer our job. We release it to the core, to the center of us, that then can transmute it and heal it. And then we walk forward in harmony and compassion. And that we bring with us this cup, right? Is an offering of love, an offering of a new way for other people. Not that they have to do it, not that we even have to verbally offer it to anybody, because our life is what becomes the offering. I hope I made that clear, because it's beautiful the way I see it. Okay, so here you go in business. Okay, I want to talk about that again. She's got her solar plexus are lit up right there, right? And this is about business, okay? So I feel like there's something been nagging at you, right? Something's been saying, hey, come do this, but you've got some fear. And this is saying you're divinely protected. But something has been saying, I want you to do something different. Ask for a raise, get a new job, go to another company, go start your own business, do a sideline gig, whatever it is for you. Write that book, all that stuff. It has been, you've been feeling it. You've been feeling it at a very deep part of yourself, right? And Spirit is saying, recognize, right? Here's the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands could be about competition. It could be about conflicting opinions or beliefs, conflicting ideas about how one should move forward, about if one should even do something, right? And so Spirit is saying, rely on the communication that they're giving you within yourself. Rely on that deepest part of you. Sometimes, whenever we move forward in a way that's not traditional, people that love us tend to tell us that's not going to work. You shouldn't do it that way. There's this, you got to look at this, this, and this. Good example. I have a very good friend, and if he watches this, I hope he knows that I'm just using it as an example, because we were having a conversation the other night. You need to build email lists. You need to do this and that and that. And I said, hold up. No, all of this has been grown organically, and until I get that nudge from my guides, from my spirit within me, that's a necessary next step. I'm not going to go start trying to do it, because then that's me trying to build it in my might, which is something that we all struggle with. We all feel like we should do something. And sometimes the best thing we can do is wait for the leadership of the Holy Spirit within us to bring us to the next inspired step. And until that time, everybody else's opinion about what we should do is just noise, no disrespect, based on their own experiences and their own journey. Because nobody can walk your journey except you, Cancer. And sometimes it's not logical. Sometimes other people look at it and say, you can't do it that way. Well, I am, this is, I feel like this is your advice, is that they're saying, remember to be above the fray and rely on who you are. And yes, it's risky, but you're protected, right? You are protected. Your angels are with you. So as it relates to family, friends, and coworker relationships, you've got wisdom. This is the Hierophant, okay? So the Hierophant is usually related to or connected with religion or religious structures or constructs, period. So, but this is called wisdom, okay? And what I love about this is he's got on this purple cape. So this purple cape, for me, purple is an indication of royalty, and Pisces just had it in a different place. Not this same card, but also there was purple involved, and there was this yellow and gold involved, and that's about guidance. Whenever we look to our source for our approval, when we can look to our source for approval of who we are and remember the divinity within us, then all other relationships become balanced, because we don't require them to be who we think they should be, nor do we allow their opinion, their idea of who they think we're supposed to be, to affect us. We don't feel the need to defend ourselves. We don't feel the need to retaliate. We don't feel the need to do any of that. We just continue in our own wisdom, quietly being who we are. And when I say quietly, I don't mean hiding necessarily, but quietly as in, I don't have to tell you why I believe the way I do. I don't have to tell you why I'm living the way I'm living. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to justify anything. You know why? Because I understand that within me, there is doer and lover. There is doer and beer. There is taskmaster, and there is compassionate one. It's the left brain, the right brain. It's the whole of me. And I've come to embrace that part of me, understanding that I don't want to be an island, right? But I can be an island if necessary. I don't need your approval to be who I am. Cancer, this is a beautiful piece of advice from Spirit. They're saying you're protected. Love everybody, but don't allow anybody's conditions of their love to cause you to be less than who you really are. Okay, I hope I made that clear. I hope not that you don't understand it, just that sometimes words sometimes cannot possibly express sometimes these messages. And with romantic love, and again, I'm doing this because we did not have romantic love last week because I was detained, not in jail, but doing work for my real estate company. Okay, so this is mental conflict, right? So there's that left brain where we think about the constructs and the way things are supposed to be and all that stuff. And I feel like Spirit's saying we are trying to crack into there, right? To bring you some balance, because you're so fired up here in this left brain within your relationship, whether you're single, whether you are dating, or whether you're in a committed relationship, right? There's something going on with you that you're trying to figure it out. You're truly trying to figure it out, and you're not allowing Spirit to come in and show you that next inspired step. You're not allowing Spirit to be part of that journey with you, right? In fact, you're standing your ground. You're standing your ground in whatever this situation is. And I feel like Spirit's trying to come in and put a little bit of temperance in here. And the only reason I say that is because this is all lit up. And all that red right there, for me, that's like part of, it indicates like your root chakra, like those beliefs about safety and security, about what is right and what is wrong, those foundational beliefs that we have. And I feel like Spirit's almost trying to crack you open here in this thought quadrant of your brain to help you to put down your defenses, right? Because again, we can be who we are without having to be defensive. We don't need somebody's approval, right? So I feel like Spirit's saying this is causing you to be in your stance. And whenever you can let it go, whenever we can let it go, and I feel like this might be one of those things that is revisiting at this time because of the retrograde. Maybe it's an old hurt, an old offense that has come back up, and you're trying to figure out how to make it right, and you're standing your ground, and not how to make it right, like how can I compromise, but how can I get you to understand my position is what I feel like is coming here. And because of this card. And I feel like Spirit's saying this is a time for you to relook at the situation, relook at how you react, relook at how you could respond. And because remember, even right here, you are approved by the divine. Here's a newsflash, so are they, right? You're both approved by, you both have a spark of the divine within you. So if you can be who you are and allow them to be who they are, then spirit can transmute whatever energies need to be transmuted within that relationship. Does it mean that you don't talk about it? No, that's not what it means. But it means that you can express yourself and allow them to express themselves without requiring anything from either one of you. I can remember there were times whenever I wanted to just be able to verbally throw up the day, just get it out of my mouth. And I had a husband at that time who wanted to maybe help me fix it. And I didn't need it fixed. I just needed to release it. I just needed to get it all out. So sometimes within a relationship, we just need to be the listener and not the fixer. Or we just need the other person to maybe be a listener and not a fixer. Because it's not always about us trying to fix somebody else's stuff. As a matter of fact, it's rarely about us trying to fix somebody's stuff. If we can compromise with each other on where to eat or where to go on vacation or anything like that, that's great. But at the core of us, our stuff needs to be worked out within us. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my friends born under the sign of Cancer. Excuse me. Can you please show us the PS? Guys, thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments, the passersby who engage, ringing the bell, all that stuff. You guys rock my world, and I really do appreciate you. Okay, show us the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, we thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is the PS, please? PS. Okay, so look, at the core of who you are, your health and wellness, right? This is where Spirit's wanting you to understand that you truly are at a place, Cancer, where you can walk in the bliss of life, right? Where the things that are, the energies that are surrounding you truly can be celebratory. They truly can be foundational for you as you move forward. Because you're protected, right? Because they're always with you. Again, not that you're special and they're not always with somebody else. They're always with all of us. But it's like they're wanting you to understand that at this time. They are with you. You're not doing this alone. And there's a lot to feel celebration for. And look at that. You get the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's the same card. This is actually the same card. So what I'm seeing is that it's okay, it's your time to experience this type of bliss in your life. And one of the couple of things, or majorly this right here, and possibly a little bit of this, where we're getting other people trying to give us their opinion about our life, and right here where we might be revisiting something old that we thought we had finished, right? It is that time in your life to be able to get on top of it, to be able to release it and never have to deal with it again. This is beautiful. And then you have the King of Fire, okay? The King of Fire didn't become the king because he woke up one day and said, hey, somebody said, hey, you're the king. No, he's been through a lot. See that wand that he's holding on to? You see that flame across the top of his heart? He's been through a lot. And he has come to a place in his life, right? Cancer, where he has gotten to a level of maturity where he understands that he's got passion, right? Other people have passion too. But in his kingdom, he doesn't require their approval or their kind of passion or their kind of ideas to be what moves him around in his kingdom. He has become the king. I feel like Spirit's saying to you, you have authority in your life. You're the one with that authority. As you move forward and understand that you don't need anybody else's approval, you don't need anybody else's consent. You are the authority in your life. You are the one who's walked through your experiences. And Cancer, you are the one who can move forward in a way, right, that your own life, without ever speaking a word, your own life is a testament to the way that harmony within ourselves allows us to bring compassion to others. But it starts with ourselves, right? Okay, Cancer, that is your reading. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, go out and have a super duper day. Bye.